We regard weapons with a certain respect and need that same respect from every participant in the shooting or those who will be around you with firearms. The main focus today should be on precision and on executing the technique correctly. The shooting distance today will be from 2 to 30 meters. Today we won't rush, we'll refine our technique. Show your best work. You're doing this for you. You guys are learning. They know what they're doing. Stop shooting low-flying objects. Look at the keys. When was the last time? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Incredible nature. So let's do it. How will we proceed? The first step is a briefing. Next, we'll have a briefing on safety and other matters. The second part will be practical work with various drills. The first rule is to treat the weapon as if it's loaded, even when it's not. The second rule is not to point the weapon at anything you don't intend to destroy or kill. We bring out our weapon only when we are ready to fire or eliminate a threat. The third rule is to put your finger on the trigger only when we are actually about to shoot. So when we have aimed, in all other instances, your finger stays off the trigger. And the fourth rule is to be aware of what is in front of and behind the target, because there will be many different ranges in your life, both improvised and formal. It could just be a clearing or a field. You must understand where your bullet will go. It has a lot of kinetic energy. It doesn't stop at 50 or 100 meters. It travels much further, so you need to know where it will go next. Today, we will work with the EDP method, which means explanation, demonstration, dry practice, and live shooting. If there are no questions, what are we going to do now? We will take the weapons and move to the firing line. Look, there are mainly two positions for shooting while standing, right? One of them is from behind. Then we switch legs, 2 stances. The stances are divided into 3 height levels: high, medium, and low. Each position or stance for shooting has specific characteristics. For example, when shooting while standing, its downsides are that we present a large target to the opponent. Accuracy is lower when standing compared to kneeling or lying down. On the plus side, we maintain maximum mobility, allowing us to move quickly left or right or change position. The middle level position is kneeling. 2 knees, the right knee, high kneeling, the Bedouin kneeling, and the Afghan stance. Compared to the upper level position, it offers better accuracy and a smaller silhouette, but less mobility than standing. Prone positions provide the best accuracy and the smallest target size, but even less mobility compared to kneeling or standing. You can use any position for shooting, any technique or any method. This should be second nature, ingrained in your subconscious and instincts. To achieve this, we need to develop a certain muscle memory. We must repeat a lot times. For instance, if you practice a specific technique or exercise 3,000 to 4,000 times, similar to boxing, Then, in a critical situation, like a street brawl, you will use it automatically. You will respond reflexively. It will be the same in combat. The more you practice a technique correctly and technically, and the better you coordinate with your unit, the greater the chances that you will correctly apply that technique in various situations. In other words, you will react quicker against an opponent like in close combat. Let's start with weapon retention. Low ready, high ready, depressed muzzle. Holding low ready. First, the angle of the weapon. The weapon should be pointed at the 45-degree angle in front of you. The fastest movement is generally straight ahead. We position the weapon here in front of us at the 45-degree angle. Basically, if I simply raise the weapon, it will be aimed at the target right away. That is, in front of you. Next is the stock. We place the stock not on the shoulder, not down low, under the bicep or armpit. We position it on the upper section of our chest, or correspondingly, where your vest strap is on the main section. This is the grip. We shouldn't let our elbow go out like this, and slightly more relaxed. The weapon is positioned at about 45 degrees outward. The first thing to see is the state of the weapon, the bolt group. Then, if I hold the weapon like this, I won't be able to keep it for long. This will create an unnatural grip. And you can see that here, where the top part of the stock is, there is empty space. What do? We angle the weapon a little at 45 degrees and it fits naturally, see? It lies as it should. So this is our low ready position. The starting line, on command, simply up or fire. All we do is, while holding with one hand, we raise the weapon. Salt. The next type of retention is high ready. We raise the weapon at a 45-degree angle, also at 45 degrees. The stock goes a bit under the armpit like this. We don't grip it tightly with our hand. Your weapon should move freely. The muzzle of your weapon, with or without a suppressor, must not be higher than your head, so it should be within the dimensions of your body. We rotate the weapon slightly outward with the magazine. We don't hold it perfectly straight, as that would also be unnatural. We gently rotated the magazine outward, and this is how we hold it. On the command up, all you do is push the weapon forward and place it on your shoulder. Then move the weapon forward a bit and bring it back, like this. So, prepare yourself. Up and withdraw. The next type of hold, which is also very important to practice, is the depressed muzzle hold. This is when we are actually aiming at the target. Then tilt the weapon down by 15 to 20 degrees. And this grip will be the depressed muzzle. For instance, you are advancing, getting closer to the opponent. We cannot constantly move while aiming at a single point, as we partially obstruct our view ahead with the weapon. Approximately 20 to 30% below us will be blocked by the weapon. To notice an opponent in front of us, any burrows, or to see a threat, what do? We drop the weapon slightly, and if we are closing in on an enemy, we move in this hold. If there's a threat, we promptly raise it and practice. The procedure for loading and unloading the weapon. You receive the command. The general command, charge the weapon. We position the weapon in the workspace, keeping the stock under our arm. The weapon is pointed up at a 45-degree angle, not sideways like this or that, but directly in front of you, so that you can fully operate your weapon. Take the magazine, visually inspect it to ensure everything is fine with the ammunition. After that, we insert the magazine. And after we insert it, we carefully try to pull it out so that it doesn't come out. Because sometimes when you load a 30-round magazine, and sometimes you push in a 31, you think you've inserted it, but it hasn't gone in. You understand? So we insert it and gently try to pull it out. After that, we twist the weapon around its axis to ensure you can see your ejection port. Retract the charging handle to the fully rear position and let it go sharply. You have to confirm that the bolt group has moved to the far forward position. After this, we place our hand on the forend and put the weapon on safety. After this, we lower the weapon into a low hold and we are ready to fire. When the command is to unload the weapon, what do? We confirm that the weapon is above the safety. We bring the weapon back to the so-called workspace. We remove the magazine with ammunition, confirming we have rounds in it. If we have, for example, an AK series, the bolt carrier will not go to the rear position when the ammunition runs out. This only applies to the AEG, SCAR, SVD, and so on. We confirm we have rounds, an additional check. Then, we can try to remove the ammunition while maintaining safety when we place our hand over the ejection window and extract the round. I suggest to everyone in the early phase, how should we do it? Don't try to catch the round. Just let it drop to the ground without retaining it. This is much safer. So, we remove the magazine and then review the magazine. After this, looking at this area on the bolt group with a sharp motion, we remove the round. We see that it has come out of the chamber. After that, while holding the bolt group in the rear position, we check 3 points. First, the chamber, the magazine well, the mirror of the bolt. At this moment, we do not turn the weapon. How do we do it? 1, 2, and 3. The weapon is in line. 1, 2, and 3. We released, then focused. Took it off safety, aimed at your target where you directed fire, and performed a controlled dry fire. Not just to, but with precision, maintaining the weapon while aiming. We made the pull. If the rules require putting the weapon on safety, then as a second step, we put the weapon on safety. That's it. You can continue moving. It's safe. Next, these are the shooting positions. What are we doing? We position ourselves what we call in a boxing stance. We make a few jumps to ensure our legs take the most stable position. That is, the right leg is behind. The toes are pointed towards the opponent. We rotate our hips towards the opponent as well, because it's a big mistake in the military. When a person shoots sideways like this, what do they start to rotate? The shoulders. They rotate his shoulders and he turns again. They turn the shoulders and he can't do it, nothing works. What's the matter? The issue is that we need to avoid turning the shoulders, but what? Hips. When we rotate the pelvis, our shoulders turn, correct? You see, I'm spinning, it's not comfortable. My legs, see, my toes are twisted. I rotate my toes, my hips are turned like to 12. When we turn the hips, our chest plate turns too. So if you explain this to your troops like this, I believe you will handle this. Challenge. Knees. We need to load our knees. A significant problem is that at this moment in the military, they shoot like this. I'm saying this seriously. The back immediately hurts, plus the body armor, plus weak physical training. And when people stand in a line, they bend their backs excessively. Okay, be ready. And they start shooting. I can tell you that even now, without body armor, lifting this weapon, I already feel slightly uncomfortable. If you want to engage effectively, you'll maneuver, right? Step back, take a side step. This is only possible if one of your legs is back. So in this case, I have a step prepared in any direction. I can either lunge forward quickly or push back. This way, I can move left, and I can turn right. So you should always have your legs positioned like this. So, get in position and jump several times. It's essential that your body mass is centered between your legs. This is quite important. Next, when we focus our aim, we draw the stock nearer to ourselves. Your head must not tilt on the aiming line. It should be aligned with your sight, under the mechanism. Just lean your head forward. Whether it's a holographic sight or a mechanical one, about the shoulder. If our shooting shoulder is right, for example, now it's left, it will be the same. When we take aim, ensure the muzzle doesn't wander while shooting, as we are currently working with single shots. Later, we can switch to automatic fire mode. You have to move your right shoulder slightly forward. And thus, I grip this weapon as if in a vise. The muzzle will not drift physically. When it comes to grip, we have two primary types of weapon holding. The first grip type, the main one, is a direct grip. Here, you see how my hand is placed, meaning the elbow is not fully horizontal, it's tilted slightly down, here. And in this way, when I grip the weapon, I can push it against myself with my left hand. Here. In this case, when I hold the weapon with a direct grip, all the muscles in my arm are engaged. Triceps, biceps, forearms, and grip strength. Shoulders, trapezius, thus I grip it directly. This allows us to shoot better and more accurately, control recoil, and generally operate the weapon during any type of firing. Automatic, in bursts, at a fast pace, or in single-shot mode. And accordingly, I hold it not at the center of the weapon, but as far in front of me as possible. Here, the next grip type is a backup, which is under the magazine. This is when we grip the weapon like this. In this scenario, in fact, I grip the weapon using my biceps, some wrist and forearm strength. Accordingly, your shooting accuracy will be worse. Stand up. Assume a comfortable stance, shift a bit in place, get ready, draw the weapon, tuck your elbow in, and push your head forward. I think this is evident. And so, lean your body a bit forward. The second shooting position is when we, if you are right-handed, advance the right leg forward. Locate your balance with your toes pointed at the opponent, get ready, and we can proceed like this. In this case, actually, if we break it down, this position will be more stable and improved for shooting. The first drill is to warm up the barrels. We will shoot from a static position to warm ourselves up. The static position involves shooting while standing with two types of grips, high ready and low ready. Thus, we are prepared, loaded the weapon, I will command, get ready, low ready, rise and be ready to fire. When I say up, you begin to present the weapon, take off the safety, aim and do a dry fire. Ha! Safety. Drop the support grip. And we will shoot on the command up with one shot. Then when I give you the command high ready, get up, take the high ready stance, up. Disengage the safety, fire safety, lower. Your objective is to aim at the same point and shoot as precisely as possible. And thus, your point of focus will be the center of the first diamond. That is, we aim here. Your groups may fly lower. Accordingly, do not pay attention to that. Your task is to constantly aim and shoot. We will analyze your groups. So, remember the main principles we discussed. The position is standing. I will also give you the command to switch legs. So the right leg can be back or forward. Do you understand? Attention. General command, weapon, magazine with 16 rounds, load. At the command up, aim, disengage the safety and fire at the center of the first diamond. Are you ready? Prepared? Point your toes toward the target. Keep your weight balanced in the center. Are you set?
Get set!
Position, high ready. The stock goes under your arm, the magazine moves slightly outward. Easier. This, like this, clear? All right, keep the barrel a bit higher at eye level. This way. Do you understand? You should line your eye up with the target. Are you ready?
Up! Up!
Prepared? Where? Just get ready. Attention! General command, weapon, unload. We remove the magazine, check the magazine, place it in the bag or pocket, then look at 3 points. Chamber, magazine well, bolt face. Then take off from the bolt catch and perform a dry fire at the target. Primary trigger. Attention everyone, cock the weapon again, perform another controlled dry fire. Quality, primary. Have you done it? Now recock and switch it to safety. Excellent, all set? Let's head to the targets. Using a marker, if you have one, we mark the hits. Notice that there is often an issue when soldiers train and shoot at the ranges. They tend to shoot at the center, sometimes marking their shots, sometimes not. For instance, we could shoot at this target all day. How do we identify groups? How do we analyze them? Look, we mark the first series with a horizontal line down, right? We make a mark. And we can identify somewhere on the target that this is the first group. The second group is marked with an X. Then, the third group will be marked horizontally. A circle could be the fourth group, then a square or a triangle, a diamond. Understood? The fifth, sixth, and seventh groups. And on this target, when we make 200 shots, you can see where the first, fifth, seventh, and eighth series were. So we need to approach this more consciously, because later, when we take this target, we look at the results of our work for the day. Got it? Right shooting with changing positions. We are loaded and prepared. I will announce the position you need to assume and from which you will shoot. The position that will be announced is my command to take this position and open fire accordingly. The aiming point will be diamond number 2. We are working on accuracy. Stand still. Knees. And stabilize. Toes on the heel. Lift your knee. Step forward. Straighten your leg. Traditional knee. Again, hold firm with hands on your knee. Evaluate your position now. Is everything okay? Can you hold the weapon properly? How's your aim? How's your grip? 2 knees. Heels together, toes out. Get ready. Your grip is straight, not under the mag. Everyone, attention. Lower your left hand. The left hand, not the right. Good. Place your hand back. Now lower your right hand. You should support the stock with your right shoulder conceptually. Hold it like it's in a stand. All exit. Right hand back. Attention, right, raise your knee. Step forward and elevate your leg. Highest position at a medium level. 2 knees. Toes on the heel. Grip should be straight, not under the magazine. Stand. Switch legs. Switch legs. Look at your toes. Where are they directed? Assume a boxing stance. This way, you maintain balance and stability. Knee. Attention. Is everyone set? Are you prepared? After each shot, engage the safety. Knee. Right knee. Right. Two knees. Standard knee. Elevated knee. Hold still. weapon area, unload! Do it again, switch and put the weapon on safety. Aim at the target, people in the field. Yes, someone scattered. What for?
You shouldn't have missed.
Listen, you fixed your aim, then this. No stabilization? Are you aiming?
Focused? Yes, yes, yes.
Don't aim. Don't grab. You fixed your aim, saw it instantly, boom. Because sometimes it's quicker, simpler. Nice group. Is that you from the can?
Good, I like it. The only thing is, well, what goes away, that's me, honestly. I catch.
Good, well done. Very good too.
What's with the flyers?
Holographic.
Sharp grouping. Just one outlier, very clear, but the group is solid.
I shot at the butt.
Quick, correct?
Something there.
Nice, good group. Slightly spread out, but all within one dispersion. Why spread? A little spread. You have a straight line. That's your holding hand leading. Or you didn't aim consistently, just jerked more here. You rushed the shot. Whore, you can improve, but the group is solid. Your line looks like a letter. Why are you drawing the letter S? In, you have this grip very far away. When you shoot from your position, you really reach for it.
Did the gliders adjust there?
I would honestly move it closer. Look, my grip is near. It doesn't push me ahead, it brings me closer.
Margaret?
I could really shift it half a step closer. When you shoot from the knee, your elbow isn't here and you don't hold the grip tightly. Your hand stretches out a lot. Well, yes, I'm good. I just adjusted my height. Why? Maybe I was rushing and didn't aim directly at the center. Maybe a bit lower. So what range did you see? It turns out you aimed at this range, either here or there.
In brief, the first time. And the magazine.
Yes, you are indeed moving left.
It's due to I can't get settled properly.
Focus over there. Try a bit closer. Here. Bring your right foot forward. Right. Focus. Pull your left shoulder back, rotate your hips more, and extend further. No, it's fine now. You can try it this way. No, it's also fine. Just a bit of practice is required. So what are we going to do now? We load one magazine with 13 rounds, the second magazine with 20 rounds. Now we will do my favorite exercise, the psychological shooting. We take, for example, the technique or the magazine change drill that we practice with you in a static position, standing. Then we practice shooting while in motion. We master this technique. And what comes next? We apply this shooting technique while moving. The magazine change, and we put them together. And what do? We perform shooting while moving with a magazine change in motion. We craft a more complex skill from these two simple elements. But we can't perform a complex element if we haven't mastered the simpler elements first. It's the same in basic fire training. Psychological drill. This will be our third exercise. We will perform shooting from 2 meters and gradually take a step back after each shot. We will stand in a line, falling left and right, so everyone is aligned. I call the command, general command, weapon, load. Just like that. We take the weapon, load the round, and also the safety. Get ready. I call the command, attention, one shot on fire. You took the shot. No one is hurrying. Aim accurately. And gently pull the trigger. And pull the trigger. Safety. Lower the weapon and await the command. You will have one consistent aiming point. Aim at the same spot. In ideal conditions, if you perform correctly, then your second shot will land bullet on bullet or around bullet on bullet. If you make a mistake, you will see it immediately on the target. And you can connect that with your feelings about how you made the shot. Either you jerked, or you aimed incorrectly, or you pulled the trigger too sharply. you will instantly connect your feelings with the actual impact. Meaning action and result, whether it's right or wrong. Understood? Take as much time as you need, but make a correct, clear, and precise shot. Attention. Get into a stable, normal position, no stress. Are you ready? One shot, fire. Attention, step back one step. Fire one shot. Attention, one step back. Fire one shot. Attention, take a step back. The distance is increasing, but it's just an illusion. Shoot, fire. Fire one shot. General command, discharge your weapon. Verify 3 points: chamber, magazine well, and the Zephora mirror. For all, once again, unload your weapon. And just as accurately as you fired just now, you executed the trigger pull, aimed, and made a smooth shot. Just like that, precise, quality. And repeat it 5 times by yourself. Don't be in a rush to shoot. People in the field, focus on the target. This is your true group. This is what it is. And these are the mistakes. And why? I see you to the left.
Check this out. This trick was not effective.
Okay.
So this one is more stable. Did you place your foot forward? Yes. Just
this
like
your
that
position?
snap, and it won't move at all. And right there, there, there.
What do you got? It drifted a bit to the left hand.
This is your group for real. Look, one after another. This is your hit, and these are your inaccuracies. From the hand, you think, right? The actual group.
And this I see is a different grouping. This has gone further. This is already at the 5th. Well, we just did it. They began with these shots, and then it went, the hand is holding. Something could be wrong. I feel a strong tension here. It doesn't have a purpose. It's tense for some reason.
Maybe you need to take more time to rest. The hand is squeezing the bicep too tightly.
Okay.
More examples, yes. Put it further. Good. This group is somewhat rough, but it's good and precise, so there are no obvious gaps. What will we do now? We will perform shooting from turns and turns. Turns and pivots, top level, meaning standing. We can perform turns and pivots with 2 types of holds, like high ready, and likewise slow ready. Here. I have a soldier, and we are standing somewhere. For example, near some house, and from behind I hear someone coming who shouldn't be appearing from there. I just stand here, there's a barrier, I can't do anything. I have a fighter who hasn't heard this yet, so what do I need to do? I need to bring the barrel in such a way that I don't hit him. So look, an example a bit upward, over the shoulder, the barrel goes low, pivots, and out. So in this case, I don't pass the barrel through him. You can also do this from high ready. You see the barrel is moved from above. The second point is about our feet. So we have to always perform a turn or pivot with a step ahead. So look at what I'm doing. How I pivot. For instance, with a low ready grip. I raise my toes, meaning we pivot on our toes. I quickly shift my knee towards my turn. I place my right foot as if pushing forward. I immediately place my foot where it needs to go. As you can see, my feet are set in a normal shooting stance. And after that, I direct the weapon at the target. If, say, I'm standing with my left or right shoulder, and I notice a threat, reflexively, my head and eyes will first turn to the target, right? So if I break it down into steps, I do one. I set my eyes on the target. Then I make a turn and direct the weapon. So what's the method? I set my aim on the target. 1. I am already focused on the target. Then I turn and my eyes remain on the threat. And I simply bring my aiming devices and the weapon to the target. I bring it up to my eyes, understand? But in practice, it looks like one action. 1. After that, we lift the toes up, turn as if the feet are directed toward the target. Position the foot, then we present the weapon to the target. Also, all backs. The moment of turning, my head and eyes just move faster than my body. Clear? So at the training stage, we break this down into elements. We do 1, 2, 3. In practice, it's all one action. Right away. Okay, then let's continue. Stand in a line. Independently check your weapon for the cartridge in the chamber. Extra check. This gun is unloaded. I can be in front of you. For all. Left shoulder to the target. Stand up. When you stand and turn, why do I see your feet in one line? You should have your feet at 12 o'clock, meaning you look that way. There's an image of the enemy there. But it turns out he appears on your left. Look, on the command 1. We rotate our heads and focus our eyes on the target. On the command 2, we turn and set our stance. On the command 3, you aim, remove the safety, and pull the trigger. Clear? Is your weapon ready? Cock it now. So we immediately practice disengaging the safety and firing. The safety is disengaged when you raise the barrel. You are now the target. As soon as you aim at the target, your finger is on the trigger. And then just squeeze, and that's it. Clear? Get ready. On the commands, let's do it. 1, aim at the target. 2, turn around. 3. Now it will be without commands. Just do it. Get ready. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Now it will be without commands. Just do it. In this element, the head moves faster, and you already place your foot, executing everything independently in unison. Get ready. Up! Prepare! Up! Okay, the legs are good. Not bad. Position your shoulder towards the goal. Everything here is the same. However, we only have the left leg, which is positioned slightly ahead, moving further forward. Do you get it? That means we are turning on the toes of the right foot. And we are set. Up! Back to the target. Turn around through the left side. In this situation, we are providing a small example, so to speak. We will pivot in place over the shoulder, and only after that will we draw from the weapon. Ready? Up! Up! They looked at their feet happily. What's up with the legs? No need, just stand still, take a calm step. And they carried it out. Up! Up! You always possess a weapon, which is essentially a laser that slices through anything in its way. If I am standing here, I understand that I made a mistake, and there are people here as I lift the barrel up. Look. 1. And he lifted it up. Do you grasp the meaning? I understand. There are people on both sides. He turned around. Through low. Okay. I moved the weapon to the hideout. We're not returning through the front. The weapon's always loaded conditionally. Upon the command, you will execute a turn, so pay attention. With your leg extended forward, take the knee position. Understood? AP. They took one position. The knee is not to the side, but right here next to you. The elbow is snug. Up! On command, I'm in position. What am I doing? I'm carrying the barrel low with a transition to the kneeling position. Command. Barrel down. Once. And here you can see the barrel is straight on the target. I keep the barrel low. I'm here. Oh, that's good. Conditionally speaking, where does this apply? Watch, I'm walking. I see a guy coming up behind me. We immediately open fire. So if my left leg is forward, I turn to the right. And I did it. Up! Up! All right, now we are the favorites. Step back, we are seated. First, second. I think this is easy. We got through. Holding, high ready, right? I turned around. Then we go to the weapon. Up! Face the targets. Stand up. General command. A magazine with 20 rounds. Load it. And so, attention, I emphasize. For safety during this task, remove the safety only when you are aimed at the target. Up! Up! Okay. Right shoulder to the target. Up! 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 Very good. So, towards the target, people in the field. What I wanted to say is that the turn and pivot are the coordination link of the body. This is about body stabilization, plus balance, plus weapon control, following safety techniques, aiming the weapon at the target, and a smooth squeeze on the trigger. This requires serious mental effort. If coordination is fine, body work is fine, good physical conditioning. So if all is well, then everything will be great. This is about working on your body. Who watches your target? Me or you? Okay? Here are two little sticks. What was that? Looks like they got you. You missed him. The average height of a person is 175, correct? If we fire from 25 meters, what should the size of this figure be relative to the target? So, in fact, if they are standing from 25 meters, I can't remember, but it will look like this. So that's 100 meters, 200 meters, and 300 meters. And you have to hit the person standing at 100 meters. They will be in your sights from 25 meters and will look something like this. You need to hit them. So this height plus or minus up to 200 meters you hit. From 25 meters only, not 10. Good group.
Easy.
Not bad. I just tore this off. Don't remember? All right, nice and tight. 5-minute break now. And we move on to the next stage. We will now work on a similar element that we practiced before. This will involve shifting during movement to the left or right with a transition to the mid-level. If we shift to the left, we extend the left leg forward. We pull the right leg in and aim the weapon at the target. The weapon is unloaded. When you start shifting left and pull your right leg in, you've already taken it off safety as soon as you sat down, got into position, and your finger is on the trigger. The same goes for shifting right. In this case, we extend the right leg forward to 45. And what position do we go into? The right knee. How much do we have here? About 80 centimeters. So we moved out of the line of fire, lowered the stance, and have already assumed a firing position. Move. Up. Up. Right leg forward, pivot in place with a transition to the knee. Understood? You will have contact at 6. Move. Up. Oh dear. The dynamics of war dictate that an enemy can appear anywhere. Anywhere some nonsense might want to kill you. Up! Up! Next, we turn closer that way. It will be the same, but we will move to the right. So, on the command up. Got it? Up! Move to the lying position. As I move back, for instance, contact, I take the prone position and I work it out. So it's about assuming position, lying down, not in place, but as we continue to move, we dive down, so to speak. So we go, the weapon is already in position under the arm. We transition smoothly, we don't bang our knees, smoothly to 2 knees. The left hand moves forward, right elbow down, left hand under the magazine, elbow opened. We will stand up the same way as when lying down. The barrel is in front, eyes towards the enemy, left hand on the ground, shifted to the knee position, depress the muzzle, check the weapon, look to the right, to the left, straight grip. We rise. This is, for example, 100% of my body under normal conditions. Now I'm giving 140%. I reduce my body's size this way, here. I decrease the rigidity of what catches me. And this applies not only to bullets, but also to blasts and fragments that fly like this. So we lay down, we place the stock against the shoulder properly. We took the shot. What do we do next? 2 knees to the side, depress the muzzle weapon, right and left. After that, we stand up and turn. Understood? Up! Up! We calculated from left to right on first, second numbers, 2 steps back, first group, facing the bottom line. General command for the first group, load the magazine, move before the command. I will give you a cue. It will be a shift left or right. Understood? Move. There will be 2 shots. Up. Safety. Check the weapon. Right, left, and then we rise. Up. Up. We will shift right. We will move towards the target behind you. On the command up, move to the lying position, and we do 2 shots. Understood? Then when we reach a line, there will be a command to turn around. We will move from the target. On the command up, turn in place, move to lying down.
Up, up, up.
Up.
1, Moscow.
Thank you for listening. I liked how you worked at the end. You seemed a little tired, but you followed safety protocols. Good job today. Applaud yourselves for the work done.
Up.